Right, let's see how we're looking. I think that's okay. Lighting's a bit crap tonight, isn't it? But never mind. As usual, give us a thumbs up if we're coming through loud and clear at the other end. Or type something down below. So I know this is working and I've plugged all the right bits of wire in the right holes. That'd be marvellous. Evening, Elaine and Roger. Thank you very much. For the tea. Gosh, that's hot. Right. Scrapping around as usual with the clock change and whatnot. So hopefully everybody remembered to tune in and change their clocks. Anyway. Evening, Jansons. Evening, Pete and Stella. Excellent. I've got a nice little film to show you in a bit. Very summery. It's supposed to be summertime today, isn't it? It doesn't feel very summertime here, I have to say. It's damn cold. I had to put the heating on, light the fire a little while ago to thaw out a bit, but never mind. Evening, Peter, Gary. They say it's summer, I'm sure it's summer. Right, so I think just about everything now is catalogued. It should be going to be any other lots that are not now listed. So we'll have a quick look through them. If anyone's got any questions on anything, then fire away, and then we'll have a look at this nice little film from the mid-60s. So let's quickly whiz through these. Advertising-y bits. Excuse me. This is rather fun. The Qantas kangaroos. It's got Qantas on his little bag thing there, whatever you call it. They're quite good, aren't they? Just over 2 foot high. Quite like those. Some soap postcards, Coke advert, some repro cast iron signs, always look good on the wall, don't they, on the shed or whatever. And that's the repro. It doesn't matter if somebody nicks them, does it really? Those are quite nice. Pepsi thermometer. It's got its glass thermometer in it as well. So that's rather nice, an original one. Like your Americana. So that's advertising. What have we got in here? Some stands. 50s/60s Formica Bandit stand. And a couple of modern-ish ones. So that's stands. James, hi Steve, I happened to get the Birdwatchers machine from a collector down in the Netherlands. Need more pictures for it. And another question, when does DVD for the collection come out? Thanks. The Birdwatchers machine, oh yeah, we sold that 2-3 years ago, didn't they? Yeah, if you've got any more pictures of it, email them over, that'd be good. The DVD is a good question. I've got another day's film to do at Paul's, yeah, in the comments above. It's just a case of finding time, really. So we're not doing the Easter thing now. We're going to move that to the summer, probably July. I think Paul said June, sort of June, July, something like that. But yes, it will be done. On a mission to do it. It's just finding the time. Been busy times with lots of things going wrong, lots of family stuff going on, but we're getting there. So yeah, watch this space. I must update the website on that. Send them to email, yeah, that'd be great. And I'll add them to the website. Thank you very much. And any other machines you've got, if you've got any machines we haven't got listed, or you know, pictures of things where we've only got one poor picture or something, then yeah, send them on over. Always good to see new pictures. Under the books, I'll put these. That's just where they appear at the minute. I need to change this when I get 5 minutes. But these nice Brian's catalogue. So you've got a lot of people have got a copy of, well, they will come on the same page here, this one. Let's see, but this is an original one. But worked out, I think it must date from 1936, just from the machines that are in the catalogue, and then all the machines that are not in the catalogue. Seems just 1936 seems to be the date line, but this is an original, very good condition. Tiny little bit of rust from the stables you can see there, but otherwise it's all good. And you get those nice pictures of the factory on the back as well. They've got this fly. This must be from about 1950. It says on the front, you know, Brian's established in 1920, and then it says during the last 30 years. So we're assuming it's about 1950, this flyer. And it says except for the war years. That's obviously when they started back up after the war. It's got the 2 magic machines in. takes you to at least 48. So yeah, 50 sounds right. And it's got 26 different machines. Nice long. It's difficult to photograph because it's a big long thing, but I sort of tried. You get the gist of it. You can probably see all the machines that are on it. So that's good. And then original flyers for the string cutter and the disappearing disc. Interestingly, I suspect these machines that are on the flyers must be the two machines we've got in the auction. As you know, the machines have been repainted, so obviously the paint doesn't match, but the actual machines themselves, presumably they photographed the prototypes. So that's quite fun, isn't it? I thought. Yes, I got a Euromat Super German Wall Pinball from 1960. That sounds interesting. Don't know that one. Excellent. Another machine we don't know. Paul, yeah, July when the garden dries out. Yes, we don't want soggy sausages, do we, in the garden? So that would be fun. We'll get that organised and let people know. So that was books. What else we got? What have I put under circus? One lot. Oh yeah, just a car park ticket that come from Jerry Cottle's circus. Machines. I don't think there's any new machines added, but they're all now on there. They've all got multiple photographs. So tomorrow and Tuesday's job is to do all the little spinny videos of the machines. Or at least the vast majority of them, and then videos take a long time to make when I'm working like I used to in the good old days, but I will do the magic machines working and the working model working. Yeah, probably all the other ones will just be on the turntable with a 360-degree spinny. And the bandits, I think somebody said the other day about the bandits, because some of them need work, so I'll take the mechs out and put those on the turntable as well, so you can see the mechs all the way around. Then you can double check what bits they may need. These, I think these 4 at the bottom of the listings here, I think they all need payouts from memory. Yeah. So that's those. This is quite a project, the World's Fair Jigsaw. It's apparently all there. That's what it should look like when it's done. Ta-da! But it's a bit of a project for somebody. It's all in bits. But if you've got one, the chap took it to bits years ago to restore and just never got round to doing it. And it just sat in his shed, basically. So he's putting it back together again. But it is an awful lot easier if you've already got one to copy. But it's here to go, no reserve like most of the stuff. So spares, yeah, the mech probably won't be in because I put it in the spares sale. But there is here, which is quite interesting, a ooh, where they come from? That's interesting. Why are they there? Sold those. Don't know. These are sold, these 2 band. I don't know why they're showing up. I'll have to look at that. Some glitch somewhere along the line. There's a glitch in the matrix. But yeah, this was rather interesting. This instructions for Brian's Peep Show, the live ant show. It tells you all about how to keep your ants and whatnot. And there's a few days on there in 1936 when they were fed. So, yeah, interesting little bit for your Brian's collectors. The working model in the auction, is it recent? Yes, it is. Well, relatively, about 20 years ago now, probably Pete built them. In fact, I think Pete's in the chat here. Pete and Stella. He'll probably tell us when he built the models in a minute. But yes, it's brand new, never been on site. Made by Pete Barson, made several of them. Better than the originals, really. To be honest, the originals, because they were converted cranes, as I'm sure you know, they were a bit of a bodge up job, really. Whereas these have been built from scratch, so the cams, incredible big cams in them. Are just made a lot better than the real ones, really. But yeah, as I say, there'll be a video of the working model tomorrow or Tuesday, so keep an eye out for that. Some coins and tokens. Fairground, there's some nice bits. I did this morning, this lovely shooting gallery front, photographed that. It's quite big, I had to photograph it all in bits because it's well, yeah, sort of like 5.5 meters wide. It's a big thing. You get the gist of what it would look like. Lovely with the ducks and things on it. Really wants the varnish stripping off it, because the varnish obviously is yellowed right down, and underneath it will be, I imagine, pretty vibrant colours still. It usually is. The varnish, the old varnish, it seems to protect the colours really well, although the varnish itself fades down. Once it's stripped off, the colours underneath are usually quite bright. But you've got the two pillars, the two bottom shutters, and then this other board, which I think was probably originally the sort of the gun rest board, which would just be about 2 foot behind the counter to rest the gun barrels on. And it's obviously had those couple of little later target boxes screwed to it. And I did find a signature after I give it a wash. Alfred Bonheur of Bristol. Don't know much about him. Hopefully we can find out a bit of information. Again, if anybody does know anything, or if you've got any other artwork by him, anybody, then get in touch and let me know. Leave a comment down below or whatever. But lovely thing, probably 1920s, 30s, thereabouts. Always hard to date these things, but there's a couple of nice little marquee models roundabouts. I'll do a little video of those. They work, and they've got lights on them. And the Fred Fowl stuff, so that's nice. Misc, what have we got in the miscellaneous section? Telephones and clocks. There's another clock somewhere. Why isn't that showing up? I've lost a clock. Interesting. Another little glitch. I'll make a note. There's two little glitches I found. I don't know what's going on. Clock. What was the other thing? Oh, the spares, wasn't it? Spares. Yeah. Okay. I'll sort that in a minute. In the shop department, there was another cabinet to put on as well, which I'll do tomorrow. I haven't photographed that one yet, because I've got to put it together. And then over here, what we got down here? Dyna speakers, driving speakers, a couple of big panels, and a number plate. If you want a number plate for your car, very distinctive slots number plate. We've got that. There you go. That would be fun for somebody, won't it? Pete says the cabinets for the working models were built 25 years ago. I've been finishing them off for the last 10 years. 3 house moves and operations of my hands. Stopped played for a while. Yeah, so there we are. So they started in 1998. Yeah, we have to think what date we put on them for being made. Do we call the date they were made when you started them or when you finished them? That's an interesting thought, isn't it? For the old archive department. Think about that one and let me know. Yeah, so if you want S10TSS number plate, we've got that. It's on retention with all the DVLA fees paid, so it's ready to stick on your car. Or truck or van or lorry or whatever you want. As long as it's at least an S reg, of course. Or newer, isn't it? You can't make a car look newer, can you, by the number plate? Yes, so you need at least an S plate car. That's right, isn't it? Yes. So you could put it on a T plate, but not on an R plate, because it would make the R plate look newer than it really is. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, there you go. So that's about your lot. So good sale. I don't know how many lots there are. 70, 80, 100, and 30. Geez, only about 140, 150 lots. That'll be a quickish sale. Although, having said that, there's a few expensive machines to sell, isn't there? So, yeah, there we go. Right, now somewhere here I lined up a nice little film, which was a bit summary, as it's not very summary. Let me find my thingy so I can listen to the commentary. So it's 1966 of... I'm going to charge these up. Yes, I think I have. 1966 Alton Towers. Looks a bit different then than it does now, I have to say. So yeah, then it's basically the towers and the gardens with a fairground, as opposed to the full-on theme park it is now. So I thought that was quite interesting. It's only 2 minutes long, I think. So let's have a quick watch of that, shall we? And then see where we're up to. Right, let's find the right button. Oh, hang on a minute. What have I done? Got no sound, have we? Let's try that. Let me try again.
The way to relax is to take a day trip to a place like Alton Towers near Uttoxeter in Staffordshire. Alton Towers was once the home of the 15th Earl of Shrewsbury, who built a great rambling mansion of turrets and towers and hired armies of gardeners to landscape the surrounds early in the last century. But no one lives here now, and it's one of the North Midlands' most popular and beautiful playgrounds. Here there's leisure and space in true stately home style, but with excitement too, in funfair fashion. There's so much space, acres and acres of it. So if you want to leave the fairground's gaiety to others, there's time to find the quiet corners amongst the cedars and sequoia trees, the lakes and rhododendrons, and the most dramatic idea of all, an overhead cable railway that gives an aerial view of the spacious park. Down there, Alton Towers' own miniature railway winds through the trees, and between the strange towers, turrets and fountains designed by the 15th Earl and his architects in the tradition of the 18th century folly.
There you go. Wasn't that rather nice? I quite like how delightfully unsafe the cable car looked back then compared to what it is now. Yeah, it looked like anybody just clamber straight out of it. I'm sure they couldn't, but it doesn't look quite that it passed health and safety these days, is it? A little train's interesting as well. I think there's still, last time I went up on the cable car, which was probably 5 years ago, you can still see traces of the railway line. I don't know when the railway stopped. Alton Towers' history is quite interesting, but yeah, I thought it was quite nice. Very summery looking at all the rhododendrons and azaleas out. So must get back to Alton Towers this summer, I think. Haven't been for a few years. Let's see what it's all up to. There we are. So, right. Anything else we need to know? Any comments, questions, fire away. So, say next couple of days, I'll do all the videos of the machines. Catalogue will go up on Easy Live tomorrow, and we'll do the pre-bidding like we did last time, so you'll be able to start bidding from tomorrow, as it were, up until Sunday, and then we'll finish it off with the live bids on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Stunning, yeah, it's stunning, isn't it? I love Alton Towers. Remember using the cable car as a child back in the 70s. Yeah, I never went to Alton Towers as a as a kid, really. I didn't go until I could drive myself there, basically. It's one of those places I just never got to for some reason or other. But I do like it. But yeah, I like the you know, the towers themselves and the gardens as much as the park, really. It's nice that you can get away from all the noise and bluster for half an hour. Unlike some of the smaller parks, you know, something like amusement parks like Blackpool or something, where you're crowded in with all the rides and it's all hustle bustle and so noisy, and there's no escape from it, is there? So that's what's nice about Alton Towers. You can get away from it all for a little bit. Alan, the carrier, is here just after the auction. I'm not sure which day, Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday. So bear that in mind if you're buying anything at the auction. With a bit of luck, he'll be able to pick it up basically straight away, as soon as he's got rib on the van. So that's good. I know he's bringing some stuff in for the following auction as well with him. Some nice machines. I've had 2 or 3 inquiries of some other really nice, unusual, rare machines as well for the next auction. So it's all go, which is good. Yeah, I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else to tell you at the moment. Have I put any more archivey stuff up? I can't remember. I have over the past few days. Don't think I have, because I've been busy with on auction stuff. Oh, there's a kangaroo appeared in the wrong department. That's interesting. Another little glitch. I don't know what's going on. It's probably me clicking the wrong things in the wrong buttons. Doing things when I'm knackered. Anyway, I'll have a look at that in a minute. Right, so I think that's it. So Tuesday evening, the next video live stream. We'll have the videos of the machines up. So then you'll be able to really good look at them and any last minute questions before the auction. Smashing. I think that's it. Over and out. I'll leave you all to your Sunday evenings, whatever you're up to. I'm going to go get some dinner and sort these glitches out, I think. Right, that's it. I'm off. Nighty night. Oops, there we are.